So chosen ones, this is my second video for today. The last video I made, it was 16 minutes long. But I wanted to make another video today I like to continuously kind of clarify so I can keep people along the journey. You kind of know what's up, and you'll understand that I'm in the beginning of the Gnosis journey, you know? I mean, it's been happening for the past several months now, but for me, it's the beginning. So I want to make sure you understand that, because you're gonna see a lot of progress and change. Now, I will say I might have like an accelerated journey, like a fast journey, and not to compare to anybody, but I think my journey is going fast, probably compared to someone, say, that didn't have any spirituality. And I could be totally wrong on that. Maybe their experience could speed it up for them too. I don't know. I'm living my one life. You know, I don't know what's in the mind and hearts of others, and you know how everything, their experiences may work for them. But yeah, I feel my experience in the Gnosis journey is fast. It's accelerated because of my understanding. I think a lot of it's from my knowledge and understanding of even the Holy Bible, you know, because now when I read the book of John, that's actually helps me decode the Bible, the secret book of John. I understand Genesis now. I understand the flood. I understand, like, yeah, all the blood sacrifice. All my answers have been, all my questions that I tried to ask, but not really, because I didn't feel like I should ask. I feel like, you know what, the secret things of God, you got to just let it be, and honor and respect and trust, and yeah, asking questions sometimes to him, you don't, it's like a lack of trust. It's like, who am I to be asking? And I've always been very genuine and faithful to who I used to think was the creator. But I know it's always been the monad, the one. And I can see the monad is blessed and honored in my life, and was the one that answered my prayers the whole time. I still believe all those prayers that I prayed from my heart and the intentions, like the aeons asked for things, I asked too, and I saw answers. I'm not saying all the time. So I also noticed Gnosis teachings throughout the scriptures in the New Testament, specifically Christ. You know, he has handfuls of little sayings that they're there. You know, I'll make another video for that. I don't want to go into that, but I just kind of want to like inform you guys and let you know where I'm at in my experience, because you may be way ahead of me, and you might be able to reflect, or you might not understand none of this. And another thing I wanted to mention in this experience, this journey I'm in, is I've been losing a lot of sleep. And so therefore, even in my videos, I'm saying a lot. I'm skipping around. I'll remember things that I didn't finish complete what I was saying in the last video. Like in the last video I mentioned what made it a little difficult for me in the beginning when I first started hearing things about Gnosis, because one of the first things I remember hearing about is reincarnation, you know, and that's like the poison, you know, for a regular Christian, you know. And I won't say I was a regular Christian. I haven't been a regular Christian for a long time. I've been converted even to Messianic Jew for a while. I mean, where I study the name of Father, you know, God. Like I haven't even said God in forever. I've been saying Yah, Yahuwah, Yeshua. I studied the pictographs of his name, you know, Aramaic, Hebrew Aramaic, and the pictographs, the first language. But now I understand that's all the demiurge. And yeah, it still applies, but for the demiurge, when you know who you are, and in Christianity, we did say, I'm a spirit, I have a soul, which is my mind, will, and emotions, and then I live in a body. I am a spirit, I have a soul, and I live in a body. It's very close, but it's not what do they say? It's not a close, but anyways, I've been out of the US for a long time, and I've come back and forth a few times, and now I'm kind of back for a little while I get my family through a long immigration process. Very, very, very archonic. And yeah, the archons use this, all that pain and suffering in my family. And I'm not a victim. Oh, I am. You are, I am, and I am. And so that is not me. Those experiences are not me. They are something that they're happening, but they're not part of who I am. I'm not gonna identify and latch on and then go live my life like in stress, in a victim state of mind. Everywhere I go, I'm just sad and depressed. And every time people see me, oh man, like what's wrong, brother? And I'm like, yeah, you just don't know my life. It's just so hard, you know, to like, when I got married 22 years ago, I thought I was gonna get to be with my wife every single day. That's what I wanted, I needed. And I even got used to it. I got used to the food, and I can't even hardly make food for myself. I just eat pure hummus because I just, you know, I'm so loaded with stuff I got to do coming up to the States, you know, and to get into the mindset of being in a kitchen, especially if you don't have a kitchen because you're just on the road, you know. Anyways, yeah, the archons know all that. They know my oldest son is in Mexico and I can't get near him because, well, I'm about to get him up here in the States. I'm not in a position to. Those are other stories for other videos. I'm not here for my personal journey, like the depths of my those are all just things that are all going to work themselves out, because I am, and I can see it, you know. I asked for clarity. I asked the monad for clarity, and I feel like I'm receiving it. And so yeah, I just wanted to make a video to kind of update you and remind you, inform you that I'm in the beginning of my own Gnosis journey, and it's a great time for, I'm sharing it because I believe there's a movement, like the channel, there's the greatest awakening, and I believe it's for this time. I believe it's happening around the world. And yeah, I believe YouTube is like a printing press, like that made the Bible. Well, the printing press of the modern day would be like YouTube to get information out. So if anyone ever tells you, oh, you just saw that stuff on YouTube, you could be like, well, you read that stuff off a printing press. It's the same thing, you know. And plus, there's so much information on YouTube that it's not like you just randomly find this stuff. No, it's not random. Not random at all. So I believe like the monad is using YouTube as a printing press for channels like the library of, or the Gnosis library, the library of truth, you know, where I believe they have a collection, and I'm hoping to collaborate with them, because I don't want to have to recreate the wheel. You already built the wheel. I'll just use your wheel. I'll promote your videos, and because they're amazing. And I noticed that the library, the Gnosis library, that's not like AI scripted. They're a team, and they built those scripts together. And yeah, they might use the AI voice and AI imagery, but no, those are teachings from the you know, the gospel, the secret book of John. And also I think those are teachings from Gnostics from the past, even ancient Gnostics that wrote down maybe their teachings on, like, you know, there's simple little teachings that teach you how to align yourself, how to rid the archons, and they're simple things, how to call the monad and command, you know, like Christ did when he spoke to the winds and the sea, you know. It's because he knew who he was, and he knew that he was connected, all of it was connected, and he recognized it, and he commanded it. And not anything out of pride or ego, no, out of the fact that I know who I am, and it's actually praise and glory to the one when I recognize who I am and I command the nomad. That's actually like a compliment. That's like the monad will say, hey, you're actually using the gift that I gave you. It actually, like when I see people, I give them a gift and they just toss it in the corner, it's like, it's kind of disappointing, you know. But when you actually use what I gave you, it's great, you know. So it's not like Lucifer, it's not ego to say, because, you know, Christians will be like, Christians have had, oh, you're one of those, you think you're God, huh? And it's like, no, see, you don't understand. You're identifying that I'm calling myself God. Take away my body, take away my soul, all I have left is pure God conscience, you know. I don't really like to say God, because even the monad's not God. There was no one there to name the monad, you know. That's just our way, that way we can communicate and have something like a reference point in a sense, you know. So I think I'll leave it at that. I just want to let you guys know, because you might notice in my videos I skip around. Like I said, my short-term memory like is shot in a way when I don't sleep well, and like it's been a good couple months, man. Like I said, these archonic energies are you know, they come down and they weigh on us. They put thoughts in our head, images in our head, all types of stuff. But they're not your thoughts, and it doesn't even mean you're meditating on them or entertaining them. But man, they'll pound you with them, especially in your awakening process, because they know you're a threat. You're a threat to their system, because especially they might even know that what's happening right now, that there's the greatest awakenings taking place. And when I say greatest awakening, I'm not talking about this channel, dude. I mean, that would only be ego, you know. And no, this is not about any one of us. This is about all of us, you know. This is the greatest awakening for all of us, for everybody, which is the spirit of Father, so we can return home. We can get out of this just industrial machine that just is here to enslave us, you know. Enslave us. This is all it is. It's just a big slavery system to keep and harvest our energy. I'll make another video all about my personal experience and my understanding of archonic, how they feed, what they mean by feeding off our energy, because there's multiple ways, and through others too, how people suck you dry and then they don't even do nothing with it, and so they're therefore always constantly pulling your energy out, and you feel so depleted. And so you have to guard that energy, because if people don't want to step up and start making their moves, then you need to preserve your energy, you know, for when they're ready, and use your energy for others that need it, that will make their moves with it. You don't want to feed it to the archons, and then you're left depleted, and then you're at risk of like burnout, failure, give up, and even confusion, because you're like, you know. And I think some of that will come in alignment. The more you're aligned, and the more separation you have from your experience, from the false identities of the world, which is literally everything is a false identity. There's only one identity, is I am, you know. Because like I said, once it's all said and done, it's all gone. You take it away, all you have left is I am. All right, I'll leave it at that. Peace and much love.